Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book as always. I am your boy, Big Al Better. We got NBA bets on deck. We're going to go through, if you guys are new to the channel, please welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We've been on quite the tear recently. We've been winning some money, some cash money. You're only winning as much as you're betting. That is kind of the name of the game. But anyway, welcome to the channel, guys. If you guys don't know, if you guys are new to the channel, the way we kind of do it, the first 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to recap the bets for the night prior, and then after that, I'm going to hop into the next bet. So skip to about 4 minutes if you guys are new and don't care about how the bets did from the prior night. If you just want to hang out and chill and figure out how the bets went, then obviously just stick around, stay right here. If you are new, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way with the algorithm, helping push the content, yada yada. You guys get it. But anyway, without wasting too much time, let's hop into how the night went. Welcome back to everybody returning. It's great to see you guys again. It's great to be here again. Obviously, we had the Nuggets taking on the Thunder. What a banger of a game. This whole series has been one of the best series you could ask for as a basketball fan. Just a bunch of tight games, a bunch of close games, except for game 2. That was the one big blowout. But we've just had some great games. So anyway, this one, what an incredible, Nuggets hold on. You know, the game was close all the way through until the third quarter, into the third quarter. And then fourth quarter happens, Nuggets turn it on, leave them in the dust, and they never looked back. They ended up winning the game by double digits. But yeah, so we were on the over. 216.5 was the line. Not sure what it closed at, but when we gave out the pick last night when I made the video, well, I guess when you guys are seeing this, it'll probably have been the night prior, but whatever, you get it. Over 216.5 was the line that we gave out. The game ended at 226, which is funny because in the video I said it felt too low. I think this game ends in the 220s. Sure enough, ends in the 220s. No big deal. And then we were on the Nuggets +5. I told you guys going into the video too. Like, we've been on the Nuggets every single game. They've been underdogs in every single game. At home, they've been 5 to 7 point underdogs, and on the road, they've been 10 to 12. They won one on the road straight up. They won another one at home straight up, and in the home games they've covered, the only game that they didn't cover for us was that big blowout. So they have been honestly just a banger of a cover in this series. They're 7.5 points in the next game. Obviously, they won this game, so they continue. So we cash on the over. We cash on the +5. Huge night for us with just having one game. We hit on both. That's massive. As you guys know, those are the big bets. And then we had our 4-pick parlay. Did not go the way we had hoped it would go. The numbers had borne out a certain thing. We kind of rolled with it. It did not end up happening. So to break it down, we had Jalen Williams under 21.5 points. That cashes. He only had 8. He's been kind of hit or miss. He's only had one really big game this series. His line stays at 21, 22 points, but he's only gone over that one time in the whole series. So that cashes for us. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he gets to 32 points. We had him under 29.5, which is unfortunate. He gets barely over it. Jokic 2 threes. He only shot 3 of them or 4 of them. He made 1. I believe he was 1 of 3. And then Aaron Gordon, 30+ PRA. He had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 points. Like, just kind of like the weakest points game from him. He shot 4 threes, only made 1, 2 of 7 from the field. So you kind of got what you got from him. He made 1 2-pointer, made a 3-pointer. That's really all he did. So he just let us down in points. Like, he had 7 and 7. That's 14. All he needed to do was get 16 points, but he only ended with 5. So it is what it is. We miss on the 4-pick because of that. And then I gave out kind of the wild parlay, made a short out of it with all the guys for 3-pointers. We had I liked Gordon for 2 threes and Jokic for 2 threes. That alone didn't hit, and that was just a +300, I think. And then I said, let's take Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Jokic, and Gordon all for 3 threes. They didn't even come close because Jokic and Gordon let us down. Jamal might have had the 3 threes. I know he had at least 2. And then Porter Jr., it seemed like he had a good game. I wasn't able to watch the whole game. I got into the game kind of later in the third quarter is when I got back to the house from some other errands I was out running. So, but anyway, that's how the game went. It was a profitable night for us. Really, really nice. We missed on the parlay, but once again, the parlays are always just kind of for fun. We like to just throw those out there. It's nice to have some skin on some player props because that's always fun. But yeah, the over, under, and spread, those are our big bets, and those we cashed both of them. So congratulations to you guys if you did bet it. If you didn't and you faded us because you kind of doubted the methods here, then I'll accept your apology in the chat. That's no big in the chat in the comment section. You guys can go ahead and be like, frick, I thought the Thunderbird was gonna close it out here, Which, hey, that does happen. I know we did have one guy in the comments the last video. He took Jalen's under, which cashed. He had Shai's under, which unfortunately doesn't. And then his other 2 lines, I believe, cashed. He had Jokic over his PRA line, and he had Murray over his PRA line. And I think that parlay probably paid out a pretty good amount, and he missed it because of the 3 points that Shea ended up scoring at the end of the game there. He had two twos down the stretch, and it was just like, and I was sitting there thinking about this dude's parlay when that was going on. I was like, oh my. I was like, I think everything else hit, and I think that's the only thing that screwed it. So, man, tough to be you, dude. That actually does suck. And then I know you were on the over with me, which is awesome. And then you took OKC because you thought that they would win, which no shame in that because honestly, in a 5-point spread game, in a game 6, you got the Thunder. I mean, it's hard to not take them, right? We've taken the Nuggets so much in this series, and they've been good to us. So I was just like, let's ride this train till the wheels fall off, basically, right? So anyway, that's all it is. Let's hop into. I'm gonna switch the screen here, guys. We'll hop into the next game. If you guys, oh, we gotta freaking switch the screen. I guess I didn't populate that one. Hold on. Boom, there we go. No big deal. So we got the next game. As you guys can see, the Nuggets Celtics game is up there. But we're not talking about, or Nuggets Thunder rather is up there, but we're not talking about that one in this video. I'll make a video for that a different day. They play Sunday. So we won't have a video after this one because there's no game on Saturday. There's just Friday's game, Saturday's off, and then we'll be back for the Sunday Nuggets game. Probably drop that Saturday evening. But anyway, you're not here for that. You're here for Celtics, Knicks, the pick, the yada yada, the 4-pick parlay, all the things, right, that make this awesome. So we got 2.5-point spread. Knicks are at home, -2.5. Boston's +2.5. Over under set at 210. Now, if you guys know, we did take the over in the last game. They flew past the over. It was 208.5, so it's gone up a little bit, but it's still a pretty low number. I like the over again on this one. The Celtics are going to be playing for their lives. They're going to make a lot of threes, and the Knicks this time, Brunson's not going to foul out like he did in the last one. They'll probably be down again in the second half, and then they'll stage the comeback like they've been doing all series long. This time, you won't have any Tatum around to kind of, not that Tatum did a lot to stem the flow in a lot of those games where they did lose, because obviously they went down 3-1 for a reason, right? But you don't have Tatum who can hit a bunch of threes and kind of just, I don't know, control a game to a certain extent. So I just think the Knicks are going to end up being too much here. So I like the Knicks minus the 2.5 as well. It doesn't feel like enough points. I think they're going to win this game by 5 or 6, honestly. They may win it by more than that, but it feels like a 5 or 6 point game to me. I think it's going to be like, really, really close. They'll splash a 3, and then the Celtics will go down. They'll miss a shot. Knicks get the ball again, and they'll get fouled. Go to the free throw line. Brunson will make both the threes, and then the Celtics will miss a final shot at the buzzer, and kind of that'll be your game. I don't know. 5 or 6 feels like the spread to me, so 2.5 isn't enough to get me off the Knicks. If this thing moves up, I would consider switching to the Celtics. If it got to 5, I'd take the Celtics +5 in a closeout game, but I don't think it's going to get to 5. And I think it actually opened at 4.5 and moved all the way down. I don't know that for sure. I thought I remembered seeing it earlier, and it wasn't this big, but I like the Knicks rather, minus the 2.5, and then I like the over 210. The Celtics are going to score a lot of points again, I think. The Knicks this time are just going to be able to keep up. They won't get as much foul trouble at home, and their role players are going to play pretty darn good. Like Anunoby he hasn't really had, I think 2 games in a row he hasn't had good games. I expect him to have a pretty darn good game this time. Hart's been playing out of his mind. We know Brunson's been playing great. Cat's kind of been, he's been a double-double machine in this. He's only had 1 game in this series where he hasn't had a double-double. Been lots of boards, and he's been getting about 20 points a game. So, yeah, those are the 2 picks I like for this game. I feel pretty good about it. Like I said, the thesis behind it is just the Celtics are going to score a lot of points. The Knicks will have to match, and then the Knicks will take over at the end of the game. So, feel great about that. As far as the 4-pick parlay, let's go ahead and hop into it. This one's going to be a little different than the ones we're kind of in the PRAs, the points, the over-unders like that. We're going to go mostly assists on this one. When I was looking through just how this series has gone and some of the player stats, these kind of just jumped out to me, and a couple of them plus money, so I kind of figured why not. All right, so I just mentioned it. Karl Anthony Towns, Cat, he's gone for 20 points in all but 1 game in this series. The 1 game he didn't go for it was, or I guess 2 games he hasn't gone for it. The first game he didn't get there, and then he went for 21, 21, 23, and then this last one they just played, he went for 19, so he's right there knocking on the door. So we're going to take Cat for 20 points right off the rip. He's been consistently doing it. We're going to take Cat under 1.5 assists. His line is 1.5. We're just going to take the under on assists. In this series, 0 assists, 1 assist, 0 assist, 1 assist, 0 assist, which means he's in line for a 1 assist game, but not a 2 assist. He hasn't had 2 assists. He had, in the whole season series against these guys, he had over this number twice. He had a 2 assist game, their last game of the regular season, and their first game of the regular season, he had 3. Other than that, 1 or nothing. So we're just going to trust that trend to continue. It's a pretty good sample size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. and he only did this in 2 of them. I feel pretty good about that. So Cat under 1.5 assists. Then we're gonna go Jaylen Brown under 6.5 assists. His line's super inflated because he's coming off 12 assist performance in that last game. But before that, he hadn't gotten over 5 in any of the games in the regular season or this playoffs. He'd been at 2, 5, 1, 5, 1, 2, 5, and 1. So he doesn't touch 6.5, and we get under 6.5, which means he has to get to 7. Now he did just go for 12, and you could say like, oh, he's the main ball handler now because Tatum's gone. He's gonna take the ball up more. He's gonna be more of a facilitator. I don't know if that's gonna be true if they get down in this game at all. I don't know if he's gonna be facilitating. He's gonna be like, give me the ball. I'm going to go score. I'm going to go score. He's going to try to fight them back into it. So I don't expect him to have another 12 assist game. Now, if he does, then, we're going to lose this parlay. But the field of play shows us that he has not consistently done this. So we'll just take that as an outlier. It's brought the number up. Now we fade him and we hopefully cash. And then our last line is going to be Josh Hart under 4.5 assists. This is a plus money play. For Josh Hart on the season series, he had 2 games, I guess technically 3, where he went over this, okay, of the 9. He had a 9 assist game in the regular season and a 7 assist game in the regular season. But in this playoff series, he's gone for 3, 3, 3, 5, which is the 1 game over, 2. That's it. So he's only gone over this number 1 time, so I expect him to not go over this number. So that's your 4-pick parlay. It's plus 1,100 right now over on DraftKings. So that's Karl-Anthony Towns 20 points, Karl-Anthony Towns under 1.5 assists, Jaylen Brown under 6.5 assists, and then Josh Hart under 4.5 assists. So it's 3 dudes under their assist lines, and then Karl-Anthony Towns for 20 points in this game, 20 plus points. You could go to 21 plus if you wanted to add a little juice to it. I think it jumps this from a plus 1,100 to like a plus 13, plus 1,400. But he's hit on 21 a lot. Two of the games he's hit on 21. I just like the round 20. Let him just go over. It doesn't matter. I just want the baseline of 20. That feels good. Like I said, plus 1,100 over on DraftKings. That is what I've got for you. As far as like normally, like we do a 2-pick parlay. I kind of throw a little. Those haven't really been hitting, so I figured I'll just skip that. No reason to throw another tenth of a unit or whatever number you guys are putting on these parlays out there for just to throw something against the wall. And to be honest, I couldn't find anything I felt really comfortable about throwing out there in the prop. On the prop market. I was looking through it before I make the video like I always do, and I just couldn't find any good lines. Like I was thinking Josh Hart 3 threes is plus 200. I was like, okay, that paired with, because he's just coming off a 7-3 game, or 6 threes, whatever he had. He had 30 points, I think, in the last game. And then I was going to throw that in with like Derek White for threes, but to get Derek White to a good 3 number, you had to take like 6. And he's had a great series, but I'm like 6 threes. What kind of psycho thing are we doing here if we're going to take a guy for 6 threes? That's just absolutely insane. So, yeah, so I don't really have any hardcore. I couldn't find any good lines that I really liked that I felt comfortable just giving out. I like to give something that I think has a modicum chance of hitting, and 6 threes from Derek White and 3 threes from Hart doesn't feel like something I want to like give out. Here you go, guys. I don't mind if you guys just wanted like a single bet. Josh Hart for 3 threes at plus money doesn't feel too bad considering the performance he just had. And now you're in a closeout game at home where you can put the Celtics to bed and say goodnight, head to the offseason. We'll see you in 2 years when Tatum's healthy, Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for you guys. That Nuggets game was awesome to watch. Been loving watching the Nuggets. As you guys know, we have 3 tickets still open for a team to win the finals. We've got a ticket for the Knicks. We've got a ticket for the Pacers, which is plus 8,500. So if the Pacers win this whole thing, that's going to be a nice little cash. We have the Knicks were plus 2,500 or 1,200. I don't know, something wild. I think they were in 2000s, and then we have the Nuggets as well. Those are our 3 tickets for a team to win the finals that we made right before the playoffs started. So those 3 are alive, so it'd be nice to not see the Timberwolves, not see the Thunder, and for the Celtics to get bounced out of this playoffs for those tickets purposes, right? But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you as always for tuning in. This is a little bit of a shorter video. I still managed to make it 14 minutes long, which for one game is kind of OD, but such is life. We take about the first 4 to 5 minutes recapping anyway, right? So, but thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned to the channel. If you guys are new, please do like and subscribe. Like I said, the channel's been we've been picking up a ton of subscribers recently. It's been awesome. So, thank you guys to all you new subscribers and to all of you guys who have been here riding with us for the NBA playoffs. It has been a blast. And yeah, that's all I got to say. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. As always, protect the bag and beat the book. That's what we do here, baby. Come on.